nobody's posting. If you work at Walgreens, you're not posting that on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. But the thing is, it's not embarrassing.
Right.
It should be proud of it. You can make a living for your family.
Right.
But you see, there's some kind of like, unfortunately,
hierarchy.
like whenever you get into an Uber, unfortunately, based on everything in the culture, the guy has to explain to you why he's Ubering.
Yeah.
Dude, you have an automobile and you can chauffeur people around the town and make a living for your family. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
You don't need to say anything to this douchebag that's going to Broadway to get 2-for-1 vodka soda. Who cares?
Yeah.
But you feel the need to be like, I own a bunch of real estate on the West Coast. I'm just out here because, or I go, well, finance wise, this can't be good ROI. Or you don't need to just say
this doesn't add up.
Everyone that Ubers except for people that have come to this country and are grateful to to have an explanation of why they Uber, because they have an idea that the rest of us think that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
You should just be like, I mean, everybody, my daughter's in college. I'm just doing this to stay in communication with people. All right, dude, join a chat room. There's a million different ways to, it's not true.
Yeah.
Do you see that a lot in the music world? Because I feel like everybody here, especially like early on in their careers, is doing 2 or 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Do you see like how to, I don't know, what are your thoughts on how people handle that, I guess?
This is like, I have a whole TED talk in my brain about this, but the sort of concise version of it is, I think one of the things that like I really have a beef with in this town is exactly what you're saying, John, is like we attach so much shame in the music industry with people who can't just do music or people that have to bow out early. And I see my friends really take these burdens on because they're like, they hit 40, they start having a family and kids. And like, it's never been harder to make money in the music industry than now. Like legitimately, it sounds like an old fart thing to say, but it's true. It's just really hard to make money in it. And so, if like your wife's like, or a husband, whatever, is like, hey, I kind of need you around. Because touring is such a good way to make money. And all of a sudden, they start doing real estate or they start a podcast, whatever they do. You can feel it when you talk to them. It's exactly like the Uber driver.
Dang, that makes me
You'll bump into them at Frothy Monkey and be like, hey, how's life? Like, good, man. How's music?
Meaning, how's the thing that I know you for?
They'll go, well, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this thing. But like, I'm working on a record. And I just want to go, bro, it's
fine.
It's totally okay.
Gosh, dude, that almost makes me cry, man.
It's tough.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. It's totally fine. Like, hey, like,
it's admirable.
Dude,
do both the things. Grind on both things. Like, if you got to do that, you got to do that.
What I'm going to tell you, I mean, the music industry is just, again, this is where it's like the NFL. It is not meant to sustain a career past about 10 years, 12 years. And so the people that can do it, it's like, I got a million side hustles because for me, just to do my artistry, it's tough. Yeah. And I'm thankful for that. But I'm like, it's just hard. So I think it's a great question. I think I would just love us. One of the great things that the NFL has in those professional leagues, especially the NFL, is they have the NFLPA. And so when you join the NFL, one of the first conversations you have is they sit you down and they go, hey, man, you're going to be gold if you get 5 years in this league. 10, you're going to be like a Hall of Famer. Yeah. So we need to talk right now about a couple things. One, you need to have some plans.
You get one contract. If you get a second contract.
You get a second contract. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
But like one, you need to have another plan. Man. 2, you need to think about your mental health because there's going to be a day where your body can still do it, but they don't want you to do it anymore.
NCT.
And it's all you've known, right?
NCT.
Yeah. and you're not going to remember even doing it.
You won't remember this conversation, so it's important you lock in now.
Yeah. Your life's going to feel like a Christmas carol where you're like, who are you? Where are we going? But I feel like, that's it. I want that for Nashville, for the music 100%. Community, because I'm like, somebody needs to sit down, to your point, John, like somebody needs to sit down with these kids and go like, hey, you were great. You're popping off on Instagram at 19. That's awesome. And TikTok. Yeah. But here's the thing, like 3 years from now, you may not be able to sell out, a 100-person room. Yeah. And the perception from everybody is that you are a failure. Yeah.
And you're not.
It was a positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.